Another day of the Trump administration battling to keep promises and detain and deport illegal, dangerous, anti-Semitic troublemakers who shouldn't be in the country in the first place, but the Democrats love them, right, Mercy?
That's right. Well, today, the U.S. Second Court of Appeals heard the immigration case of two university students, Tufts University student Rumesha Ozturk and Columbia student Mohsen Madawi, who the Trump administration is trying to deport. Both students were being held by ICE in Louisiana, and the administration would like them to stay there to face the federal courts and ultimately be deported. The students were being held for leading anti-Semitic protests on their school campuses. And while Ozturk is still being held in Louisiana, her lawyers are trying to get her returned to Vermont while she waits for trial. Madawi was released on bail last week by a U.S. District Judge, Jeffrey Crawford, and CBS couldn't wait to do an interview with him where he declared he wasn't afraid of President Trump and he wouldn't stop protesting.
After 16 days in detention, he walked out of the courthouse and spoke to a group of supporters. He had a message for President Trump.
I am not afraid of you.
Why was it important for you to speak directly to Donald Trump as you were walking out free?
There is this philosophy of intimidation, of punitive justice. So I wanted to share to them that you can do whatever you want. You will not silence me.
Despite his imprisonment, Madawi says he will continue to protest.
I wasn't afraid when they detained me. I was not afraid when I get out of detention, and I am not afraid to share my voice.
Matthew Foldy, I couldn't help but see all the Palestinian flags that were there as he walked out of the prison. That, not surprising at all, not one American flag.
Well, obviously there never is. And I noticed something that CBS didn't ask him about. I just want to read from the court filing. This guy, Mohsen Madawi, he told a gun store owner, quote, that he had considerable firearms experience and used a modified 9mm submachine gun to kill Jews while he was in Palestine. Now, of course, Palestine is not a country, but this is fairly horrifying, and the Democrats are continuing to, like with their Maryland man, rally behind some of these people who are downright despicable. I mean, what I just said, this guy, what he tells gun store owners, is indistinguishable from the motto of the Houthi terrorists that we were just talking about. And it's very curious that the Democrats continue to rally around these people, and that CBS never said, hey, like, why were you going to a gun store owner telling them about how you've used guns to kill Jews in the past? Now, I understand that this will be the next Massachusetts man that Democrats want to rally behind. I've said before that this makes it even more bizarre that no Democrat has ever gone to Gaza to try and get the American hostage released when they have no problem palling around with Islamists and Islamic terrorists in the United States of America.
Chris, there's certain restrictions about protesters who have student visas. I mean, doesn't this play a role? And Madawi's saying, I'm going to keep protesting.
He should be afraid of Trump, I think, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, he comes out with his the Palestinian that wears it as a scarf, the Palestinian headdress. He's threatening and taunting the president of the United States. He's arrogantly and smugly, and he's got a smirk on his face the entire time while CBS is loving on him. He is, look, and the Democrats, suddenly they've discovered free speech, and I find this a little ironic, given the fact that not too long ago in Washington, D.C., a 75-year-old grandmother prayed outside an abortion clinic, and the Democrats put her in prison for 2 years because she prayed outside of an abortion clinic. And they say, well, that's not free speech. That violates the ironically named FACE Act at an abortion clinic. But when it comes to jihadis that are spreading the word of, Adolf Hitler and of Hamas, then they celebrate him and they say, oh, thank God we got a little free speech in this country. And these people, again, these people are not liberals. They're the left.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.